Earlier here on the Now, we told you Florida has the second worst drinking water in the nation.
So the Now's Nicole Grigg explains what needs to happen to make our water safer.
In a 26-page report, the environmental nonprofit, the Natural Resources Defense Council, finds nearly 1 in 4 Americans' drinking water comes from untested or contaminated systems. Mom Taisha Ortiz says that's why she doesn't drink it.
Use that water to take a shower, or like when you go to cook or something. So
the biggest concern, the type of disinfectants used to treat the water. Here in the Bay Area, Hillsborough County uses chloramine, a mixture of chlorine and ammonia. So does Manatee County. Pinellas County uses chloramine, but twice a year they switch to just chlorine for 21 days because it's a stronger disinfectant to kill off bacteria.
But I'm worried. I'm concerned.
Just last week, we talked to people about the chlorine conversion and the strong bleach-like smell that made its way through the faucets. The county admits there are other options to disinfect, but this is the best and most cost-effective way for them. Water Concerns is helping drive business for Culligan.
We're getting busy. Hotter it gets, the more people want water.
Culligan says they're installing 50% more filtration systems than this time last year. One reason, they say, the growing concern of what's really in our tap water. To fix the problems with the tap water supply, the nonprofit report found there needs to be more funding to fix aging pipes. Water treatment plants need to be updated so they can find better ways to disinfect the water. And there needs to be a better system to enforce violations. For the Now, I'm Nicole Grigg.
Hey, what's up, YouTuber? Today is urgent. I want to talk to you guys about the water crisis and the water situation that's going on throughout the nations. Why all the waters and lakes keep popping up, blue algae contaminated with, or like here in Florida, you have the flesh-eating bacteria. But all of this is being caused by the government. They are polluting the waters on purpose. The Marine Corps even already came out and admitted that they have been poisoning Florida's water for the longest, which we're going to get into. But first, I want to take you into a report here on Channel 7 and read, health experts warn Florida students are at risk of lead exposure. Health experts are warning Florida children are likely being exposed to heightened levels of lead in their school drinking water. The toxic substance can cause IQ loss and even aggressive behavior. So we wonder why most of our kids be acting out and doing this. We're trying to teach them, but they're still pulling away more aggressively. It's because the government is playing a big role in that. The government know that lead is inside the school's drinking water. They've known that for years. But the fight that they push is that who is going to pay for all of this reconstruction of the school to change out the old pipes and all of that. I mean, taxpayers. They get billions of taxpayers' money. What you mean you can't? You don't. Who's going to pay for it? Y'all. Y'all have billions of taxpayers' money every year, which can support for that, which can help go to that. Besides all these other all these other things that they're giving out funds for that don't even have a cause. It's nonsense. But here, this is a major situation with our kids getting cancer and lowering IQ level and brain dead from off of the school water. Somewhere where they're supposed to be going to get learning from, they're going there getting sick. It's crazy. That is very crazy. And tests conducted in 16 schools in the state's capital city found all of them had elevated levels of lead in their water fountain. Even a water fountain tested in the state's capital building was found to have lead levels 11 times higher than what is recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics. It's believed similar lead level exists in water throughout the state. The lead is not coming from the aquifer. The water is very clean, but it comes in through the pipes, through the plumbing, said Vincent Saucer directly, geochemistry at FSU. And they say structures built before 1986 are at the highest risk. That's because lead levels in pipes weren't regulated until then. But even pipes built after 86 can contain up to 8% lead. And regardless of whatever they try to regulate with how much lead is allowed in this and that, no lead is tolerant inside of anybody's body. No levels of lead should be going into your body. It's a poison. But they don't care, because they know it. And here on Tallahassee Democrats, nonprofits wants to get the lead out of school water. The nonprofit Environment Florida Research and Policy Center has published a report including new recommendations for removing lead from schools' drinking water and handed Florida an F grade for its policy when it comes to monitoring lead in waters. Has been found to be responsible for lower IQ level, hyperactive hearing, and learning problems, and slow growth in children, according to the Environmental Protection Agencies. In adults, it can cause cardiovascular, kidney, and reproductive problems. But they saying it's okay to have even a little amount. No amount at all is good. It's poison. It is poison. And they're not going to do nothing about it until we do something. So as long as we don't say nothing, our kids keep getting sick from it, and they just going about their way. This doesn't need to be done as an organization. We all need to rally up together peacefully and get things done. Because all this is just going to keep leading to sickness and sickness, all the way into death. Then now for the time, it's nobody getting charged for it. Especially not through the government. And they made sure of that. They definitely made sure of that. And back in this article, it says proposed policy solutions and are working to educate the public and will be looking to support policies at the city, county, and potentially state level that are more stringent than what is currently in place. It is an introduction. The report recommends schools proactively removing lead-bearing parts from school drinking water system, from service lines to faucets and fixtures, and installing filters certified to remove. Yeah, that would be nice. If they'll start saying we're going to pay for it and just do it, because this is causing lives. Especially with our young children that's more vulnerable, and our pregnant women are more vulnerable to it. But moving right along, I'm going to jump here to USP. Lead contamination in school drinking water is worse than previously thought. We hear about these cases as isolated incidents, but each new report is part of a large nationwide problem. Our drinking water infrastructure is dangerously out of date and is putting millions of lives at risk. Even low levels of lead exposures have been linked to IQ loss, learning disabilities, shorter statures, impaired hearing, and impaired blood cells, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. Economic research shows that lower IQ from lead poisoning results in reduced income earned over a person's lifetime, and that lead poisoning increases the risk that a person will commit violent crime. See, all these things that they're using to control the population, to control our population, they're using all these tactics. The government can give you something right now and it can kill you 5 years later, so that no one knows what happened till you just drop dead. These are all government tactics that they're using, and they're using them sufficiently throughout our neighborhood. And what a superb job they're doing, because none of us is standing up for it. We just accepting anything they say, anything they do. Like this country wasn't founded on blood and murder. But they came in with the crosses holding them, but war was in their heart. They came peacefully, but war was in their heart all along. These is the same governments we dealing with today, the same people, same government that had slaves. It's the same thing that's going on. And it's just getting worse and worse. Until someone finally tries to do something, which is us. But I want to take you into one more article here in the New Times, Miami New Times. Army Corps admit to dumping toxic water into Florida estuary. An official from the Army Corps of Engineers confirmed this week what many people have known for years. The Corps has been dumping toxic water from Lake Okeechobee into local estuaries without warning the public. This past Wednesday, Republican Congressman Brian Mast questioned General Scott Spellman on the Army Corps regarding the diversion of water containing cyanobacteria from Lake Okeechobee into estuaries in Florida, East and West Coast, as first reported. Now, that cyanobacteria is what in Florida they're labeling the flesh-eating bacteria. Now, if you go and look and start doing your research and looking at all these states that are reporting their water is contaminated, it's with this same cyanobacteria that's popping up everywhere. The same one that the Marines is taking from one polluted area, dumping it into another clean resource. But if you was to go and look at all these states that's popping up with the water contamination, it's all from the same blue-green algae, the cyanobacteria. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I will leave a link of this article in the description so you guys can go look at it yourself. But nothing won't change it unless we do it, because they do not care. They do not care at all. But continuing in the article, this marks the first time the courts have openly discussed its actions after years of dumping without telling residents in Port St. Louis, Melbourne, Fort Myers, and after the meeting, Mass Office issued a news release stating now that the Army Corps acknowledge that the water they are discharging is toxic. They cannot continue to willfully and knowingly poison our community, which is a lie. They've been doing it for years behind your back. Who say they still won't continue to do it behind your back? We got to get full eyes on what's going on and what's being done to our water, food supply. We got to take that extra step to make sure it's okay for our consumption, because they won't. You see the FDA passing anything they can make money off, and anything that'll harm you. Because God, the pharmaceutical is $1 billion industry. If they was to give out cures to everything, it wouldn't be no business. Just like the dentist, if it wasn't no candy and stuff that'll mess up your tooth, they won't be in business. That's why they invest in stuff like that, to keep you coming back so they can keep making money. While us as cattle just sit there being led to the pit to be slaughtered. They do not have no regard of us, our community, especially the minority. They don't give two hells about you. But would definitely rather see you there. You gotta do the research yourself. Get out there, look at what's going on outside your neighborhood, outside the box. Because there's a reason why all these waters is turning up, contaminated anyway, regardless of who's contaminating them here physically. Because it's all prophecy that's fulfilling. The star of woodworm that made bitter 1/3 of the waters. And naturally, I'm gonna go to that verse in Revelation. sorry, it's Wormwood. And we're going to get that in Revelations 8. Revelation 8, and we're going to start from 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third parts of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third parts of the water became wormwood, and many men died of the waters, because they were made bitter. Without knowing what's going on and really understanding what's going on, it's just going to lead to a lot of chaos, a lot of deceit, a lot of death, a lot of illness. We must look beyond our box and prepare for any engraved danger that can come and take away our box. But we must make a change. Us as minorities in our neighborhood must make a change. Harp set up, they out there building their hurricanes up. And if you ever was to look at all the hurricanes that hit us, they all came from off the west coast of Africa, right over there by Cape Cod. And actually Cape Cod is a little island where the slave masters came and sat up at right before they intruded our people and started taking them from the shores of the west coast. And I believe that's exactly where their little island where they build up their little hurricanes at and send them on across over here to the United States. Because all our hurricanes started from right off the west coast of Africa, but none of them hit Africa. You ever wonder about that? Well, we need to start wondering about a lot of things. A lot of things. Because judgment is coming. If you like this message that I shared with you guys today, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell so you can stay notified of all my videos that I upload. I'm out. Till next time.
Okay, so the point of this video today is we've bought a bunch of bottled waters and we're going to go ahead and try them out today to figure out what their pH level actually is in each of these bottles. Some of them are advertised as having a higher pH than normal, as you can see on Essentia right there with the 9.5, and others are just normal everyday bought waters. The one from Starbucks is in there, Trader Joe's brand, Zephyr Hills, Great Value, which is Walmart brand, Fiji, and at the end we have tap water. So we've got a lot of different ones to try out today, and we're just going to see exactly what their pH levels actually are. So I have some pH drops that we're going to use. We're going to put about 3 drops in each sample, and the darker blue or purple it is, the higher the pH level, and I'll show you on the bottle once we get those drops in there. A green, which is 7, is neutral, and that's where it should be at. Anything less than that. So if it turns out to be orange, yellowish, that's not good, and it means the water is acidic. So I'm going to have my assistants here get the drops going. Here, Julia, show the bottle to everybody. Okay, and you can see on there it has the different colors that we're going to match up at the end. So let's start down here with Icelandic Glacial. That advertises a pH of 8.4.
7.
Are you putting 3 drops in there? Okay, let that sit for a minute. Let's go to the next one. We'll compare them in a minute. This is Trader Joe's alkaline water and electrolytes, pH of 9.5. Okay, great. So let's just compare these two right now. So let's see.
It's around a
Neutral. That's about neutral right there.
Oh.
That matches the green right there. So Icelandic claims to be over an 8, but right now it's measuring 7. Trader Joe's electrolyte plus water, that's definitely, what number is that color? What number is that one?
It's an 8.
That's an 8, maybe a 8.5 on that one. So that's really good for Trader Joe's because they advertise 9.5. So that's the color we're shooting for right there. All right, let's try Essentia.
That's darker.
Yep, that's even darker than the Trader Joe's one. So that's a great color. Okay, let's go to Voss.
Wow.
Oh, not good.
It's around a
Not good.
5 and a 6.
Where is it at?
It's around a 5 and a 6.
That's not even 6. That's a 5. So that's definitely an acidic water. It's a very expensive water, too. So I would not be drinking that one. Interesting. All right, let's go to you, Eternal.
Oops.
That's okay.
That's
Comparing that to the other ones, that's a little bit darker than Icelandic, but that's starting to turn blue. So that's definitely alkaline.
yeah. Smart water.
That's good. Smart water. Let's see how good that one turns out.
Whoa. That's not good.
Not good at all.
That's worse than Voss. No, they're like the same.
Yeah, you got to give it a minute to turn. But yeah, again, smart water, that is ranking very low on the pH scale. So that is at an acidic level. Because remember, it's not even neutral until it hits green. And right now that's yellow. Let me see this bottle. Yeah.
It's not even neutral.
So it's at a 5. Okay, where are we going now?
Trader Joe's Mountain Spring.
Trader Joe's Natural Mountain Spring.
That's probably a 7. Neutral.
That's a 7?
Neutral. Yeah.
Okay, that's not
7.
bad because considering Trader Joe's has a brand that they advertise as alkaline water with electrolytes specifically, but their natural spring water, at least it's neutral. Okay, let's try the Starbucks brand Ethos water.
Whoa. That's not good.
Not good. Sorry, Starbucks.
That's worse.
I think that's the worst one
That's the
so
worst
far.
one.
Definitely the worst one so far.
Wow. Definitely.
All right, Dasani.
We drink that, and we drink that Starbucks water.
And they're all advertised as
that's
purified or natural spring.
It's definitely orange.
Okay, Dasani again failing our test.
Aquafina. Ooh, these are all bad.
Negative. Horrible. Aquafina, very acidic.
Wow, that's bad.
Okay, let's go to Great Value, Walmart brand purified drinking water. Garbage.
Still the same. Zephyr Hills we drink.
Garbage. All right,
So
Zephyr Hills. This is our brand in Florida.
Look how many of these are like so acidic.
Yeah, definitely no.
Oh, it's not bad. Wow.
That passes. What color is that on the chart?
That is a 8. Kind of 8, 7, around 7.5. Yeah.
7 point. Oh well, wait, that's almost an 8.
That's almost an 8.
Not yeah, almost an 8. But it's definitely neutral, a little bit more on the alkaline side.
Fiji. Oh, it's dark.
Oh, sorry.
That's dark. That's around 8.
Good job, Fiji.
Well, it's around
And then this last one is
tap water. Ooh,
this
it's
is
gonna be bad.
Florida tap water.
What?
Florida tap water. Definitely better than some of these bottled brands.
Oh my gosh. That's like at Fiji's level.
No, Fiji's a little bit darker, but it's definitely better.
It's better than Zephyr Hills.
As far as ranking on the pH level, it's at an alkaline level. It's a little bit above neutral. So again, here's the final results of these. Remember, you don't want to be drinking these yellow ones. The darker the blue, the better. Some of these bottles you don't want to be wasting your money on.
You definitely want the Senchi. That's good.
So, remind you, this does not test fluoride levels or anything of that nature. This is strictly pH level. So you also want to check what the fluoride, if there's fluoride in any of these drinking waters. This was just for pH levels. All right. Thanks.